Hi friends, today the topic is tuned amplifiers. So tuned amplifiers are the amplifiers that are employed for the purpose of tuning. Okay, so far we are having that amplifier circuit. Now that amplifier circuit we have to add one tuned circuit. This is basic circuit diagram is amplifier circuit. After that we will be get that is tuned amplifier circuit. Okay. So these are the basic steps to design tuned amplifier. Basic circuit diagram of tuned amplifier. This is actually amplifier circuit. It's like this. For amplification, this is if you take bipolar junction transistor, it has three terminals. One is emitter, base, and one is collector. Emitter, base, collector. For amplification purpose, this type of amplification is not only amplifying but also applicable for AC signal. So you can apply the AC signal within the circle. You are using sine wave symbol. This is actual V input signal. Okay, for AC signal at input stage and output stage we have to use one capacitor, that is actual C input, input capacitance. For the bypass resistance, this is all small capacitors should be considered short circuit, then only that is connected to ground. For you can use one emitter resistance and one emitter capacitance, that is CE. Okay, next this is actual important point. Now for voltage divider purpose, if you apply the large amount of input signal, that is amplified at input stage with the help of R1 and R2 resistors. These two are act as voltage dividers, okay, which is connected from plus VCC. Actually, before this only amplifier circuit, at output stage we are using one resistor is RC. Okay, then that is connected to output stage with the help of output capacitance, that is C out. Okay, that is connected to load resistance, RL value. At load resistance you can calculate the output voltage. Okay, so this is the actual basic amplification circuit. What is the disadvantage of amplification circuit? You can't store the output at output stage. Okay, so for example, if we are applying V input voltage, based on that V in, V out will we get maximum. So for example, if you apply this 20 sin omega t, there you will be get 30 sin omega t, like that you can amplify. But you can't store for further process at output stage. That's why you have to add this tuned circuit at output stage. Okay, this is actual step 1 so far using. This is actual step 2. Step 2 is that is the resistor is replaced by inductor and capacitor. This is removed and you can use one inductor and one capacitor at the load resistor. Okay, this type of circuit diagram is tank circuit. This the entire circuit diagram is amplifier circuit. With the help of this tank, that is called as this type of circuit diagram is tuned amplifier circuit. So that is the definition of this title. Okay, what is the main difference? If you are using actual collector resistance is replaced by an inductor and capacitor, the type of parallel combination of these two, then only the type of circuit diagram is tank circuit. Actually earlier circuit diagram is amplifier circuit. Based on these two, that is considered as tuned amplifier circuit. Okay, what is tuned amplifier? Now we are concentrated on this. What is meant by tuned amplifier? Okay, tuned amplifier are the amplifiers that are employed for the purpose of tuning. Tuning, you have to. So that is, tuned amplifiers are the amplifiers that are employed for the purpose of tuning. Tuning. So tuning means selecting amount of the set of frequencies available is there occurs a need to select a particular frequency while rejecting all other frequencies. Such a process is called selection. So that is, tuning is purely based on that particular range of frequency. That is purely based on selection. What is meant by selection? Selection is done by using a circuit called that is called as tuned circuit. Tuned circuit, where the tuned circuit has nodes replaced by a tuned circuit, such as amplifiers can be called as tuned amplifier circuit. So with the help of this, any frequency response components, that is either inductor or capacitor. Inductor or capacitor circuit diagram, based on these two you can design tuning. So what is the meaning of this tuning? You have to identify the certain range of frequencies, lower frequency and higher frequency. Then only you can calculate some range, that is nothing but bandwidth. Okay, like that you have to calculate. Based on that you can tune. Okay, so this is the actual concept of tuned amplifier circuits introduction. Okay, so generally tuned circuit are nothing but inductor and capacitor circuit, which is also called as resonant circuit or tank circuit. This is based on this. Tuned circuit is capable of, this is actual tune, capable of amplifying a signal over a narrow band of frequency that are centered at resonant frequency. Okay, the type of frequencies we have to calculate. Okay, why do you take these two, or why don't you take single inductor or capacitor? So let us discuss what is the process is going on this case. Okay, so after that we will continue the entire process. Now, for example, if you take that based on this, the purely based on reactance of the capacitor, reactance of an inductor, similarly the reactance of the capacitor. You know, simply if you take this, if you take the concept of this reactance of the capacitor, simply if you take inductor which is represented as like this, okay, which is denoted by L, that units are Henry. Okay, and the current entering in this type of direction, circular direction, and it is reaches to one point to another point, like that. So this is stores that magnetic energy in terms of current. So simply it can be represented in terms of this, the reactance is here some current, you can calculate the VL of T, this is actual IL of T. Then based on this expression you can calculate the reactance of the inductor, that it can be represented as in terms of imaginary value, that is a J omega L. Okay, where J omega is equal to 2 pi F L, where 2 pi and L are constant, only variable is frequency F. So that's the relationship between frequency and XL value. Here frequency is variable, the frequency is 0, XL also 0. Okay, frequency increases, the reactance of the inductor also exponentially increases, like that you can take, due to that imaginary part of 2 pi value. Okay, almost all linear, something almost all linear, that is almost all increasing, it's reached its infinity value. In this condition, you have to calculate that selection of the range. Selection of the range is not possible for this case. Why? Because to calculate the selection, you have to have two frequencies, lower cutoff and higher cutoff. So that is not possible. So that's why you can calculate only FL value is defined, but you don't know higher cutoff frequency. That is not defined. That's why with the help of this, you can't calculate the bandwidth. You can't calculate bandwidth. Okay, that's why that is the main problem for this case. Similarly, you can take this reactance of the capacitor. Reactance of the capacitor, simply you can take capacitor, that is actual, that current is IC of T, and that is which is denoted by C. The units for capacitor farad. Next farad and a VC of T. Then you can calculate this. Simply you can take that reactance of the capacitor XC is equal to 1 by J 2 pi FC. Simply you can take 1 by J omega C value in terms of imaginary function. So the frequency response for these two cases is, the frequency is inversely proportional. The F is 0, the XC value is maximum. Okay, that is the XC value. The frequency increases, XC value decreases. In this case, you have FH is defined, but you can't calculate FL value. FL is undefined. So that's why you can't calculate bandwidth. So that's why with the help of these two, you can't calculate that certain selection of frequency. For selection of this, after selection of the frequency, then you can apply for bandwidth case. If you take two, I mean is the combination of this. If you take one inductor and a capacitor, at this moment you can calculate enter that frequency. The reactance of the capacitor is XL is equal to J 2 pi FL and XC is equal to 1 by J 2 pi FC value. Okay, that is the meaning of this type of expression. Now we have to calculate that resonant frequency. What is the meaning of this resonant frequency? The resonant frequency is nothing but both frequencies are same. Okay, that is the meaning of resonant frequency. That means when the reactance of the inductor balances that reactance of the capacitor in the tuned circuit at some frequency such as this. So simply you can take this XL is equal to XC. Okay, in XL condition, if you have the frequency in terms of single diagram, frequency and XL, this is actual representation of this. That is for only XL. Simply you can take this both reactances. And what about XC values? This is actual XC value. XC. Based on this case, you have lower cutoff frequency where FL is defined and FH also defined. Okay. And based on this condition, you can calculate this at certain 3 dB frequency. Then you can calculate FL and FH. If both values are same, this is actual cutoff frequency. How can you calculate this cutoff frequency? Both reactants are same. So that is where XL is equal to, simply in terms of omega L, that is omega L, I mean in terms of imaginary, and XC is equal to 1 by omega C. Where XL is equal to XC, that is under resonance condition. Resonance. What is meant by resonant value? That is both reactants are same. That is equal to both reactances are same. So that's why you can take omega L is equal to 1 by omega C. Simply omega square is equal to 1 by LC, where omega is equal to 1 by root LC. Okay, Then you can calculate this. Omega is equal to 2 pi f. That value is 1 by 2 pi, root under LC value, where f is equal to, from this expression, that is 2 pi root LC. This frequency is also called as cutoff frequency or resonant frequency. Based on this condition, if both values FL is equal to FH, that is actual resonant frequency. Okay. Where types of tuned circuit, and there are only two types. One is series tuned, another one is parallel tuned. Okay, the first one is series tuned circuit. That means, well, if you take this capacitor and inductor, both are in series. Sometimes if you take that both are imaginary, for inductance you have to use very small amount of resistor, that value is R, inductor, capacitor. Okay, so if you apply the AC signal for this case, okay, this is actual circuit diagram of this, where the inductor and capacitor connected in series make a series tuned circuit. What is meant by series connection? Okay, the elements are having what are the elements are having same current. Okay, that's why here the current is passing this. The same current is passing in the inductor, capacitor and resistor. Okay, at resonant frequency, a series resonant circuit offers low impedance. Low impedance. This is it offers only the low impedance, and which allows high current. Okay, in almost all current is maximum. So what is the relationship between current and impedance? Inversely proportional. In series connections, the current is maximum. Okay. Next, a series resonant circuit offers increasingly high impedance to the frequency from that resonant frequency. That's why you have to consider this type of expression. This, okay. In terms of this, you have to calculate the total impedance. This is considered as, if you take one impedance, where simply you can take this value is V, where I is equal to V by Z. This is the V value. Z is equal to, what is the real value? R plus J imaginary. What is the meaning of this? XL minus XC in terms of this. Why? Because you know, reactance of the inductor XL is equal to J omega L. Omega L is equal to XL. That is actual 1 by J omega L. Okay, like that you can take this 2 pi FL XC is equal to, simply you can take this, okay, 1 by 2 pi F C value. Okay, this type of response you can represent in terms of 1 by 3 something minus value. Okay, now we have to consider this type of responses. Okay, what representation of this expression is here. In the previous expression, I am talking about this. This is actually, if you take RL circuit, RLC circuit and RC circuit, you can have this type of responses if inductance of the capacitor is 0. If that means, if you take this, if XL is greater than XC, for example, XL is greater than XC, what is the total impedance? The final impedance on y-axis Z is equal to, what is this value is real value, and this one is nothing but imaginary value. And then in this imaginary function, if you take this, XL is greater than XC means XC value is neglected. That is, after that, you know, real value, the total for what is the meaning of Z is equal to R plus J XL value. This is nothing but RL circuit. RL, so you know real value, this is the actual real value, and you know plus J, that is the imaginary value. Then we can calculate this type of responses. This type of response is nothing but RL circuit. And this is actual case 1. Next is a case 2. Case 2 is XC is greater than XL. At this moment, there is a total impedance Z is equal to R plus J, simply minus J XC. Why? Because this XL value is 0, remaining this R minus J XC value. How can you define this type of expression? This value is in the real value. Okay. So far, if you take this is the minus J. Minus J expression is initially, if you take the JXC value is, the frequency is 0. That is in terms of minus, you can take this value is minus value. So simply you can take it is ranging from minus to at certain level, frequency increases like this. This is actual RL circuit. This is RL circuit. This one is RC circuit. So what is the meaning of this resonance condition? At certain level, both values are same. This type of range is nothing but resonant condition, resonant circuit. So based on this resonant condition, you can calculate the total impedance. So this type of frequency can be represented as this under resonant condition, both values are same. This is actual point. You can identify this. So how can we define this type of expression is? For this expression is, initially you have that low impedance, you are getting this type of response. So this is actual Z. This is the total impedance in this, and that is actual low impedance, and the current is maximum. So if you take that RL circuit, you will get this type of shape. So based on this, you can calculate the lower cutoff frequency and higher cutoff frequency. This is actual resonant frequency. Similarly, second one is parallel circuit. Parallel circuit. The parallel circuit simply you can represent as this is actual, the source voltage is V, and you can take, for parallel combination generally we prefer one inductor and one capacitor. Take one capacitor. For always, for calculating that imaginary function, you may take one resistor and small amount of resistor R, L, C value. This is actual parallel connection. So simply to in the previous class also I am explaining this I is equal to V by R. So simply this I is equal to V by Z. Okay. In series connection there is a impedance is R plus something value. Now in this case this value is V by, simply you can take that response is Z1, this total response is Z2. Z is equal to Z1 Z2 by Z1 plus Z2 value. Okay. For where simply you can elaborate it of this, Z is equal to Z1 Z2 by Z1 plus Z2, where Z1 is reactance of the capacitor. Reactance of the capacitor. So that is equal to 1 by omega C. And X2 is equal to that, simply you can take that reactance of an inductor. If you neglect that resistance, that is very small amount, simply you can take omega L. So there is a 1 by omega C into omega L by, there is a Z1 plus Z2, that is the total impedance of this, that is a total impedance, that is equal to, simply it can be represented as this omega L by omega C, where ZT is equal to total resistance value by R value, and omega cancel. Finally, you will get the total response is, that is a parallel impedance, P for parallel impedance, that value is L by RC value. L by RC value. In this condition, you can calculate the graph for this condition, parallel connection. Take frequency. So simply you are getting that in this parallel connection, resistance value is maximum. So simply that R is equal to L by RC value is maximum at certain range of both frequencies, and you will get this. This is actual resonant frequency. This one is lower cutoff. This one is higher cutoff based on the 3 dB responses. Okay, now we can calculate that another condition is, that is actual quality factor. quality factor. That quality factor, it is defined the ratio of reactance of the resistance, and it is a unit less parameter. Higher the value of Q, low the losses in the inductor. So that is another representation of this. Quality factor is also defined as the measure of efficiency with which inductor can store energy. Or simply you can take that Q is equal to, that is 2 pi into maximum energy stored per cycle by energy dissipated per cycle. Like that you can take. So simply you can take that quality factor is simply resonant frequency by bandwidth. Like that you can calculate the parallel circuit concept. Basic requirement of tuned amplifiers, we prefer 4 requirements. The amplifier should provide selectivity of resonant frequency over a narrow band. Okay, you have to like this. You can take this selection of narrow band. This is the actual resonant frequency. A signal should be amplified equally well at all frequencies in the selected narrow band frequency. Okay, like that you can take this. A tuned circuit should be mounted. It can be easily to tune if there are more than one tuned circuits. There should be an arrangement to tune all circuits simultaneously. We have to use this type of tuning. That is only that frequency reactance of the frequency based on inductor and capacitor. Amplifier must provide that simplicity in tuning of the amplifier components to the desired frequency over a considerable range or band of frequency. For example, if you take FM radio frequency range is 88 megahertz to 108 megahertz. Within this interval, you can have number of FM stations. You have to tune until desired the frequency. For example, 93.5 FM. Okay, 98.3 FM. Like that you can design. So the type of frequencies you have to use with the tuning to get our desired frequency. This is actual basic requirements of tuned amplifiers. This one is classification of tuned amplifiers. Classification of tuned amplifier has 3 types. One is single tuned amplifier, double tuned amplifier, staggered tuned amplifier. Okay, so to design this type of amplifiers, so with the help of different couplings, that couplings has widely we prefer this type of 3 couplings. One is capacitor coupled method, inductive coupled method, and transformer coupled method. So that is the coupling means in between 2 stages we have to use that type of connection. So first you can take that single tuned amplifier. The basic circuit diagram is, you can take one capacitor at input stage, that value is base. Okay, just now I explained same expression. Once again I am writing the circuit diagram for this. Okay, so this is actually AC input voltage, plus and minus. This value is Vs. So this is C input value. Take voltage dividers R1 and R2, R1 and R2. Take one inductor and one capacitor at output stage. Widely we prefer parallel circuit diagram. There is a capacitor and inductor. Then the output is connected to capacitor. That value is C out to store the output voltage across this element. Take the load resistor at output stage. Across the output load resistance, you can calculate the output value. Simply this is also called as input voltage based on this. What is meant by single means, at output stage if you have only one tank circuit or one resonant circuit, the type of circuit diagram. So with the help of this you can store some voltage that is connected to another station. So this is actual single tune. What is meant by double tune means, similarly you can take one more circuit diagram for this. You can take source voltage and you can take a emitter, you can take resistor capacitor. This one is RE and CE. This is also RE and CE. Okay, take one more time using voltage dividers R1 and R2. Now I'm taking these values, one capacitor and one inductor, both are in parallel. This is connector from plus VCC. Take one more inductor and one more capacitor across this condition. So in this case you are using this, without using this, then you can take the load resistor across this value. We are using, this is a one tank circuit, this is another tank circuit. Based on this condition, this is called as double tune circuit diagram. So the characteristics for these cases, we are having one response based on inductor and capacitor. You have this type of response for parallel combination. This is actual resonant frequency. Until both frequencies are same, that value is lower cutoff frequency. This one is, so this is the reactance of the inductor, this is the reactance of the capacitor. Based on this, you can calculate that both values are same. That is 1 by root 2. 1 by root 2 in terms of decibel is 3 dB value. Like that you can take this. So what is the frequency response of this? You have the frequency is maybe based on this cutoff frequency, you have one type of expression. This is the first cutoff frequency. Then you can take based on another one, you have another cutoff frequency. So this value is F, resonant frequency 2. So this frequency is for, this is the inductor 1. So that is XL1. This frequency response for XC1 for first coupling transform based on these two. This one is XL2. This is XC2. Based on this, you have different cutoff frequencies. So what is meant by staggered tune means this double extension of this. You can use many tank circuits, number of tank circuits we have used. So that type of same circuit diagram, you can use that shrinkage factor. That factor is number of connections, that is Sn is equal to 2 to the power of 1 by n minus 1. So that is the shrinkage factor. That is the number of coupling factors we have to use. That is the tank circuits. Okay, so simply you can take the first stage center frequency for first stage. First stage indicates if you take this, you are using one type of tank circuit, next second one, next third one, fourth one, like that. You can take many. So for example, if you take F01 is equal to, that is Y0 W0 minus B by 2 root 2. That is the basic factor for this, where B is bandwidth. Okay, next another cutoff, second stage, center frequency for second stage. That is W02 is equal to W0 plus B by 2 root 2. Like that you can calculate the expression. Then based on this, staggered means step by step movement from one place to another place. This is the first stage. This is the second stage. First complement. Like that you have this. Second. Like that you can take this. So what is the meaning of this? You are having this type of response. So that is a overlap condition for this all cases. That is nothing but staggered. Okay. So first of all, we are having this tuned amplifier advantages, disadvantages and applications. Okay, this advantage is the basic, the one is the usage of reactance components. You know, that is the inductor and capacitors. Okay, minimize the power loss. So that due to use of this usage of inductor and capacitor, you can minimize the power loss. Okay, and it makes the tuned amplifier efficient. So based on this power loss, you can applicable for the tuned amplifier efficient. And the second one is, that is the actual selectivity and amplification of the desired frequency is high. Okay, the main factor is selectivity. Okay, selectivity and amplification. So that is the amplification of desired frequencies desired frequency is high. Okay, by providing higher impedance at resonant frequency. Like that, the selectivity and the amplification of desired frequency is high. Okay, and a small frequency collector supply VCC, because of its little resonance in parallel tank circuits. Okay, that is the main applications of this. And one more you can use that is output signal to noise ratio is good. That is nothing but that is simply it is also called as less noise. And the second one is suitable for all transmitter and receiver purpose. Okay, that is suitable for radio transmitter and receiver. Okay, so that is the amplifier different frequency. That is and the band of frequency or the amplification is required can be varied based on these. All things are purely based on this covers of this. And the disadvantages. So because of inductor and capacitance tuning circuit, it becomes bulky. Due to bulk, that is only costly also. So main disadvantage of this, inductor and capacitors are bulky and cost. If the band of frequency increases, design becomes complexity. To design this, that is actually complex, somewhat difficult to design this. Complexity to design the circuit. Okay, so this is not suitable for audio frequency amplification. This is used for only that radio frequency. Whenever you are having either inductor or capacitor, that is nothing but high frequency ranges. This is actual low frequency. Okay, next one is applications. Applications are widely used for TV, transmitter and receiver purpose. Okay, and radio, transmitter and receiver purpose, and satellite, transmitter and receiver purpose, and cellular and mobile communication purpose. Another one is military applications, automation, industrial automation, and a medical application purpose. Widely we prefer this type of methods. Okay, this is actual entire conclusion about tuned amplifier. Okay, thank you.